The city never slept, and neither did Maya. At 29, she was a graphic designer at a fast-paced startup, juggling deadlines, client demands, and a social media feed that screamed perfection. Her apartment was a chaotic canvas of coffee cups, sketch pads, and unanswered texts. Every morning, she woke to a racing heart, her mind already spiraling with to-do lists and what-ifs. "I'm drowning," she'd whisper to her reflection, but the mirror never answered. One rainy Tuesday, Maya's boss dropped a bombshell. A major client pitch was due in 48 hours. Her team was counting on her to deliver a campaign that could make or break their quarter. Her phone buzzed relentlessly. Emails, notifications, her mom asking why she hadn't called. The pressure was a vice around her chest. She hadn't slept properly in weeks, and her thoughts were a storm. What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if I let everyone down? That night, Maya collapsed on her couch, staring at the ceiling. Her eyes landed on a dusty book her therapist friend, Lena, had gifted her months ago. Stress less, live more. She'd dismissed it as another self-help cliche, but desperation nudged her to crack it open. The first line hit like a lifeline. Stress isn't just what happens to you, it's how you think about it. Intrigued, she kept reading, and the words introduced her to acceptance and commitment therapy, or ACT, a way to tame the chaos in her head and live a life aligned with what mattered most. The next morning, Maya decided to try one of the book's exercises, a mindfulness practice called The Observer. She sat cross-legged on her rug, closed her eyes, and focused on her breath. At first, her mind rebelled, bombarding her with thoughts. "You're wasting time. The pitch is tomorrow. You're going to fail." But the book had warned her about this. "Notice your thoughts like clouds passing in the sky," it said. "Don't fight them. Let them drift." She tried. Slowly, the storm in her mind quieted, just enough for her to feel the floor beneath her, the air in her lungs. For the first time in months, she felt a sliver of calm. At work, the pressure didn't vanish. Her colleague Jake was snapping at everyone, and the client kept changing their demands. But Maya tried another ACT principle, acceptance. Instead of spiraling into frustration, she acknowledged her racing thoughts. "I'm feeling overwhelmed, and that's okay." It was strange, almost freeing to name the feeling without letting it consume her. She focused on the task at hand, sketching concepts for the pitch. Her ideas flowed better than they had in weeks. That evening, Maya dug deeper into the book. It talked about value-driven action, living in alignment with what truly matters. She grabbed a notebook and wrote down what she valued: creativity, connection, and making a difference. But her life? It was a treadmill of deadlines and distractions. She barely saw her friends, hadn't painted for herself in years, and felt like a cog in a machine. The book challenged her. Act in ways that honor your values, even in small steps. Maya decided to try. The next day, as she prepared for the pitch, she made a bold choice. Instead of chasing the client's vague demands, she designed a campaign rooted in her creative vision, a vibrant, authentic story that aligned with the brand's mission. It was risky, but it felt right. She also texted Lena, inviting her for coffee after the pitch. Small steps, she told herself. The pitch meeting was a pressure cooker. The client, a stern woman named Ms. Carter, scrutinized every slide. Maya's heart pounded, but she remembered the book's advice. You can't control outcomes, only your actions. She presented with clarity, passion, and confidence. When Ms. Carter raised concerns, Maya didn't crumble. She listened, nodded, and offered solutions, staying grounded in the moment. To her shock, Ms. Carter smiled. "This is bold," she said. "We'll need tweaks, but I like where this is going." After the meeting, Maya met Lena at a cozy cafe. Over lattes, she spilled everything: her stress, her fears, the book. Lena grinned. ACT is about living with purpose, not perfection. You're starting to get it." They talked for hours, and Maya felt a warmth she'd forgotten: connection. On her way home, she bought a small canvas and paints, determined to reclaim her creativity. Over the next few weeks, Maya leaned into the book's practices. She meditated daily, even for 5 minutes, noticing how her thoughts, "I'm not enough, I'm falling behind," lost their grip when she stopped fighting them. She accepted her stress as part of being human, not a flaw. She started saying no to extra work that drained her, and yes to moments that fed her soul. Painting, calling her mom, meeting friends. Her apartment became less chaotic, her heart less heavy. One evening, Maya faced a test. Her boss announced another last-minute project, and her old instincts screamed, "Panic! Work through the night! Prove yourself!" But she paused. She asked herself, "Does this align with my values?" The project was important, but so was her well-being. She negotiated a realistic deadline, worked steadily, and still made time to paint. The canvas she finished that week, a vibrant swirl of blues and golds, felt like a piece of her soul. Months later, Maya was different. Not perfect, not stress-free, but grounded. Her work was stronger because she brought her authentic self to it. Her team noticed her calm focus, and clients praised her creativity. She hosted a small art show at a local gallery, sharing her paintings with friends and strangers. Standing among her work, she felt alive, not because the stress was gone, but because she'd learned to carry it differently. The book hadn't erased her problems. Deadlines still loomed, and her mind still wandered to worry. But ACT gave her tools to navigate it all, to observe her thoughts without drowning in them, to accept her emotions without being ruled by them, and to act in ways that honored her values. She was living more, stressing less. As Maya stood in the gallery, a young woman approached, admiring a painting. "This feels so free," the woman said. "How do you do it?" Maya smiled, thinking of the dusty book that changed her life. It's about letting go of the fight and choosing what matters. As the gallery lights dim and Maya's vibrant paintings glow, her story reminds us of something powerful. Stress doesn't have to own you. By embracing mindfulness, accepting our emotions, and choosing actions that light up our values, we can all find a way to stress less and live more. Maya didn't erase her chaos. She learned to dance with it. And you can too. So, what's one small step you can take today to live more fully? Maybe it's a moment of mindfulness, saying no to what drains you, or reconnecting with something you love. Try it and share your story in the comments below. We'd love to hear how you're breaking free from stress. If Maya's journey inspired you, hit that like button, subscribe for more stories that spark change, and ring the bell so you never miss a moment. Until next time, keep choosing what matters, and let's live more together.